Pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Faithful devotees, dear brothers and sisters in the Dhamma, today also we are continuously going to explain 28 type of materiality, but RUPA. I think everyone they remember, remember about our previous notes, previous last lessons about the Mahabhuta and Upadaya Rupa. How many Mahabhuta? There are 4. Patavi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayo Dhatu. Except 4 Patavi Dhatu, 4 Mahabhuta, other 24 Rupa, it's called Upadaya Rupa. I think we already study Pancha Pasada Rupa. Pancha Pasada Rupa we already studied, no? What are the 5 Pasada Rupa? The Chakku Pasada, Sota Pasada, Ghana Pasada, Jivha Pasada, and Kaya Pasada. Same way, we already studied Gochara Rupa. Gochara Rupa. Gochara Rupa is called objective materiality. Objective materiality. The one, Sadda, Gandha, Rasa, and Pottabha. Pottabha is called the 3 elements: earth, fire, and air elements called Pottabha Rupa. Okay, do you remember that? Yeah. Today we can continue about the material phenomena of sex. We call Bhava Rupa. Bhava Rupa. Yeah, material phenomena of sex. Now about the Bhava Rupa, there are 2 Bhava Rupa. 2 Bhava Rupa, 2 faculties of femininity and masculinity. Itti Bhava and Purisa Bhava. There are 2 Bhava Rupa. First one, Itti Bhava, femininity, and the Purisa Bhava, masculinity. Yeah, but the Itti and Purisa. How about the characteristic of these 2 of sex Rupa? Of the female sex and the male sex, respectively. Yeah, about the characteristic about the female and male functions to show femininity and masculinity. The manifestations, the reason for the mark, shine, walk, and way of the female and the male, that is for the sexual structure of the body. For its feminine or masculine features, for the typical feminine or masculine occupations, and the typical feminine or masculine deportment, This is a manifestation. Proximate cause, the four great essentials in the same kalapa, four Mahabhuta of the six kalapa, the Bhava kalapa, Bhava group. Actually, the femininity and masculinity cannot be seen directly. What we can see are the marks and signs, such as the shape of the body, the pitch of the voice, the way the person walks, etc. That show us whether a person is male or female. I think understand, no? How we understand who is the male, this is a male, this is female, according to his body movement, okay, shape of the body, sound of the voice, uh, the how people's walk behavior. According to this way, we can understand who is the girl, who is the boy, who is the feminine, and who has the masculinity. When we look at a person's face, its features or the presence of moustache will show us the gender of that person. Similarly, even in dim light, when we cannot see the person clearly, we can roughly tell the gender of the person by the way the persons walk. The sixth rupa extends all over the body. So even looking just at the finger, we can tell it is belong to male or a female. I think you understand, no? This is but who are the meditators? When they are designing the rupa kalapa, the group of the rupa, at that moment they can see the bhava is not clear rupa, not clear rupa, one of the not clear, but you can understand who has the meditation experience. Same way, now about the important the rupa, the material phenomenon of the heart base, hade rupa. According to the Pali commentaries, that heart serves as the physical support for all chittas other than the two sets of fivefold sense consciousness, which take their respective sensitivities as their basis. Now you see, heart is a main support for the consciousness. Actually, the better than the fivefold six: eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. Actually, we are living in the five aggregate worlds. All are the mind and mind consciousness also arising in the heart base. They say that in the Patthana mention, that matter in depends on which the mind element and mind consciousness element occur. Now you see, the heart base is a base for the mind element and mind consciousness. Mano dhatu and mano vijnana dhatu. Now, do you remember how many consciousness are there? There are 89. 89 consciousness. We can make the group according to the dhatu element. 2 eye consciousness, it's called chakku vijnana dhatu. 2 ear consciousness is called sota vijnana dhatu. Same way, 2 nose consciousness, ghana vijnana dhatu. 2 tongue consciousness, jivha vijnana dhatu. 2 body consciousness, kaya vijnana dhatu. except these 10, other 79. Those are 79 chitta. We can make the two group, Mano Dhatu and Mano Vijnana Dhatu. Mano Dhatu is called the three consciousness, Fido adverting consciousness and two receiving mind. Those three consciousness we call mind elements. And rest all 76 consciousness is called mind consciousness element. Mind consciousness element. Actually, the who are living in the five aggregate world, every time the mind consciousness element arising always in the heart base, because we are living in the five aggregate world, Panchavokara world. The commentaries especially specify that matter to be their heart base in the blood located in a cavity within the physical heart. Now the heart just like a mango, no? The heart is like a mango, but inside the heart, they have the blood. You can see the pure blood. This is inside the pure blood is running the heart base. This is a base for the mind, element and mind consciousness element. But the physical heart is a base for the heart base. Physical heart is a base for the heart base. But anyway, if someone without heart base cannot appear the mind element and mind consciousness element in the five aggregate world. Okay, this is the important thing. But anyway, mind consciousness of element, dosa, chitta, can arise without heart base also in the arupa world, some of consciousness. Okay, but this is not the time to explain. But anyway, you have to know heart is a main base for the mind, chitta. The commentaries specify that matter to be heart base in the blood located in a cavity within the physical heart. Now you remember. How about characteristic of heart base? Being the material support for the mind element and the mind consciousness element. Now this is the meaning, the characteristic of the heart base. Functions of the heart, the carrying of these elements. Function is the heart is to uphold them. Manifestations of heart, the carrying of these elements. Proximate cause of heart, the four great essentials in the same kalapa. Now you see, four mahabhuta of the heart base, heart kalapa. This is a proximate cause. It is to be found in defense on the blood inside the heart and is assist by the four great essentials and maintained by the life faculty. Now you see, always the heart is running because of the four mahabhuta and jivitindriya rupa. When we are happy or sad, we feel something in the heart or chest area. When we are afraid, we have a founding of the heart. So we can infer to understand that consciousness arises based on Hade Rupa, which is located somewhere inside the heart. And now this way you can understand but how we understand your heart base when the rising happy or sad consciousness. About the life faculty, Jivitindriya, the material counterpart of the mental life faculty, one of the 7 universal Chetasika, because there are 2 life faculty. No? Do you remember? Jivitindriya, there are 2 life faculties. One is the Nama, one is the Rupa. One is the Nama, one is the Rupa. But the Jivitindriya, life of vitality, is called a faculty because it has a dominating influence over its coexisting Rupa. How about characteristic of Jivitindriya? Maintain the coexistent kinds of matter at the moment of their presence. Functions to make them occur. Manifestations, the establishment of their presence. Proximate cause of life faculty, therefore great essentials that are to be maintained. Now, do you remember there are 2 life faculty? One is the Nama, one is the Rupa. But now we are talking about the Rupa life faculty. Now, you maintain the coexistent kind of matter at the moment of their presence. This is a characteristic of the Rupa life faculty, Rupa Jivitindriya, etc. You can understand. If life faculty maintain other coexistent Rupas, what maintain it? The answer is that it maintains itself as well as the others. You see, life faculty can maintain itself and as well as the others. The analogy of the boatman. When a boatman rows a boat and take his passengers to the opposite shore, he also take himself to the opposite shore because he is connected to the boat. In the same way, life faculty is connected with the other Rupa. It maintains, so alone with them it maintains itself. Life faculty exists throughout the entire body with maturing of fire. Now, this is a example, giving the example for the life faculty. Now, next Rupa is we call Kabalinkara Ahara, edible food. Edible food. The nutritive essence contained in edible food. Characteristic of Kabalinkara Ahara, nutritive essence, oja. Oja is a characteristic. The functions to sustain the physical body. Manifestation, the fortifying of the body. Proximate cause of this Kabalinkara Ahara, a physical base that must be fed with gross edible food. Now, about the Kabalinkara Ahara. Actually, that Ahara, they are sometimes the gross, sometimes very subtle. But you can, when you are taking the gross food, you have to bite and they take time to digest. But when you are taking the soft, subtle, edible food, very easy to chew and very easy to digest it, very easy to take the oja, absorb the oja. Now, I think about the according to the chart, now we already finished all are the concrete rupa. 4 Mahabhuta and 5 Pasada Rupa, 4 Gochara Rupa and Bhava Rupa and Hade Rupa, life faculty, Jivitindriya Rupa and Ahara Rupa. Now, those are the 18 type of concrete rupa, Nibbana rupa. You should by heart. You should keep your mind. This is very important for us to practice meditation. Those are 18 concrete rupa will be the meditation object in future when we are practicing inside Vipassana way. That's why next page, 16, page number 16, they're explaining very good example. Attarasa vidampi rupang sabhava rupam salakkana rupam nippana rupam rupa rupam sammasana rupam picha sankam gacchati. Now those are 18 rupa is called we call the special group. Thus these 18 kind of material phenomena are grouped together as matter possessing intrinsic nature, sabhava rupa. You see, it's called the sabhava rupa. Another one, matter possessing real characteristic, salakkana rupa. Concretely produce matter, nippana rupa. Material matter, rupa. Sammasana rupa, the matter to be comprehended by insight. This is a meditation object, Vipassana object. Now you see, those are 18 rupa. Is very important for us to keep your heart, try to memorize, and it is very good for you, very useful for you to, when you start to practice the 4-element meditation. At that time, you need the knowledge of those are 18 rupa. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of the sabhava rupa? Matter possessing intrinsic nature. Each has a distinct objective nature, such as hardness in the case of earth element, etc. Because you can feel the characteristic of those are rupa. That's why sabhava rupa. The matter possessing real characteristic, salakkana rupa, they have the character. They are marked by the 3 general characteristics of anicca, dukkha, and anatta, impermanence, suffering, and non-self. Because if someone want to practice anicca, dukkha, anatta of the matter, those are 18 rupas. You can see that these 3 characteristics: impermanence, suffering, and non-self. About the nibbana rupa, concretely produce matter, nibbana rupa, they are directly produced by the 4 causes of rupa, such as kamma, etc. Now, example, those are 18 rupa, especially we can say kammaja rupa, kamma born kalapa, because they are the cause, not the present cause. Everything, all karma born kalapa arising because of the previous causes. Karma is one of the cause. Avidya, tanha, upadana, sankara, karma. Avidya is ignorance. Tanha, craving. Upadana, attachment. So the attachment tanha, no? Upadana, craving. Clinging upadana. Sankara, formation. Karma is a karma cause. Because of the 5 causes arising, karma born kalapa in the present. Okay, this is a way concretely products produce matter, Nipatti Rupa, Nippana Rupa. Material matter, Rupa Rupa, they process matters, essentials, characteristic of under characteristic of undergoing informations. Next one, the Sammasana Rupa, matter to be comprehended by insight. They are to be made the object of insight contemplation by way of the three characteristics, anicca, dukkha, anatta. Only these 18 real rupa are object of vipassana, not the other 10. Now you see, those are 18 rupa real meditation object. Those are 18 will be the vipassana meditation object. This is the meaning. Okay. Now that's why it's better way when you are free, try to by heart and try to get the deep meaning of 18 Nippana Rupa, 18 concrete Rupa. Okay. Now about the next group in detail, non-concrete produce matter, product, yeah, produce matter, the Rupa, non-concrete Rupa. Now you can see in the chart, the 10 type of unconcrete materiality, Anippana Rupa. There are 4 categories. This one also we can make the 4 categories. First one, delimiting materiality, Paricheda Rupa. Delimiting materiality, space Rupa, no? Space element. Next one, intimating materiality, Viññati Rupa. Bodily intimation and verbal intimation, Viññati, Kaya Viññati and Vachi Viññati. Next group, change, mutable materiality, Vikara Rupa, Lahuta, lightness, Muduta, softness, Kammanyata, weightiness. Those are we call changing, mutable materiality. Next group, characteristic of materiality, Lakkana Rupa, Upachaya, generation, according to this charter, Santati, continuity, Jarata, gain, other one, decay also, decay, Jara. Anicchata is impermanent, impermanence. Now you see, Akasa Dhatu, Kaya Viññati, Vachi Viññati, Lahuta, Muduta, Kammanyata, Upachaya, Santati, Jarata, Anicchata. Again, you see in the notes, Akasa Dhatu, Kaya Viññati, Vachi Viññati, and Lahuta, Muduta, Kammanyata, and Upachaya, Santati, Jarata, Anicchata. Okay. Their group name is called Paricheda Rupa is called Akasa Dhatu. Viññati Rupa is called the two-way Kaya Viññati and Vachi Viññati. Vikara Rupa, there are 3, Lahuta, Muduta and Kammanyata. Lakkan Rupa also there are 4, Upachaya, Santati, Jarata and Anicchata. Okay. Those are non-concrete Rupa. You should try to by heart. Now we can go to the page number 17. Page number 17, they are explaining Akasa Dhatu Paricheda Rupa Nama. I see limiting a material phenomena, it's called the element of space. Kaya viññatti, vaci viññatti rupa nama. Intimating material phenomena is called bodily intimation and verbal intimation. Now this is the bodily and verbal intimations called intimating material. Rupasa lahuta muduta kamanyata viññatti dvayancha vikaropan nama. You see, mutable or change, material phenomena, material lightness, is called lahuta. Mudita is called malleability. Malleability. Kammanita, wilderness. And the two form of intimation, two viññatti rupa, including the 5 rupa we can call vikara rupa. Vikara rupa. Yes. Next one. Rupasa upachayo santati jarata anichata. Lakkana rupan nama. Characteristic of material phenomena are material productions, continuity, decay, and impermanence. Here by production and continuity are meant the material phenomena of birth. Now you see, upachaya and santati quite similar meaning, but they have the different meaning between. We can understand. Non-concrete produce matter. They do not arise directly from the 4 main causes of matter. Now there are 4 main causes to arise the matter: kamma, utu, ahara, chitta. Kamma, chitta, ritu, ahara. Kamma is a kamma. Utu is a temperature. Ahara, nutriment. Chitta, consciousness. But exist as modalities, modalities of attribute of concrete produce matter. Now you see, especially the non-concrete rupa always definitely with the concrete rupa, or maybe 4 element rupa. But this one also we can understand later. Okay. Now, do you remember 4 main causes of matter? Kamma, chitta, utu, ahara. Kamma, chitta, utu, ahara. There are 4 causes of matter to arise. Yeah, same way. Now we can get the detail about the space element, akasa dhatu, the void region that delimits and separates object and group of rupa, enabling them to be perceived as distinct. It serves as the boundary and separate rupa kalapa. How about characteristic of akasa dhatu? Delimiting matter. Function is to display as a bound area of matter. Manifestation of this, the confine of matter. As the state of gaps and aperture. Proximate cause is the matter delimited. Now, anyway, the akasa rupa is called the space, the between the separate of the rupa kalapa. You can see the space of the between the rupa kalapa. There is space. Without spacing, we cannot see the clearly kalapa. Otherwise, all are become the one. But the big kalapa When you are practicing, you can see the small parts. But between the small group, they can see the space. This is we call Akasa Dhatu. Intimating material phenomena, Vinyati Rupa. How about Vinyati Rupa? Vinyat is called intimation that by means of which one commentaries communicated one's idea, feeling, and attitudes to others. Now this vinyat is called, but the two vinyat, two means of intimation, bodily and verbal. This one also, the practically we can understand who are practicing the Rupa meditation. Those are meditators can see clearly about that. Bodily intimation, characteristic of Kaya Vinyati, special modifications in the consciousness originated wind element, which causes the body of move in ways that reveal one's intention. Now, how we understand about that? About the Kaya Vinyati, we have appear the mind. I want to move this hand. I want to take this thing. I want to walk this like this. Intention arising. Because according to this intention can produce the Rupa Kalapa. They call the mind-born Kalapa. It can produce mind-born Kalapa, but there are 8 groups. The wind is stronger than other Rupa in the group. The wind is stronger than other Rupa of the same group, same Kalapa. Those are wind can move our body. They can produce. They can make the body movement. Okay, body movement. Very important thing. Functions to display intention. Manifestation is a cause of bodily movement. Proximate cause, wind element born of consciousness. I call the Chittakiriya Vayo Dhatu. Chittakiriya Vayo Dhatu. Wind element born of consciousness. Okay, verbal intimations, verbal Vachi Vinyati. How about the characteristic of Vachi Vinyati? Characteristic is special modifications in the consciousness originated earth element, which is used in the speech by which one reveals one's intentions. And now you see about the verbal action. The first of all, the mind appear in the heart base. I want to talk this one. I want to communicate with him. I want to say something for others. Already intention arising. Those are consciousness can produce the mind-born kalapa, but earth element is stronger than the same kalapa. This earth element, when the touching in the utter, in the tongue base, then giving the sound. And this Chittaja Patavi, the earth element of the mind-born kalapa, the touching with the base, the throat area, touching with the earth element of karma-born kalapa. Then after that, the sound appear in the mouth. Sound appear in front of us. Okay, this is we call Vachi Vinyati. This is Vachi Vinyati. The functions to display intention. Manifestation is a cause of verbal expression. A proximate cause, earth element born of consciousness. Now you see, but anyway, you have to know, you have to get the meaning. What's the difference between Kaya Vinyati and Vachi Vinyati? Kaya Vinyati, then Kaya Vinyati can make wholesome and unwholesome. Same way, vachi viññati can make wholesome and unwholesome. The proper way, when the arising good mind, good thought can make the good mind, verbal action and bodily action. When the arising the bad thought can produce the akusala, kaya viññati and vachi viññati. Okay, this way you have to understand about that very clearly. This is two of the viññati rupa. About the next one, mutable material phenomena, vikara rupa, changing rupa. This category comprises special mood of manifestations of concretely produce matter. Include two type of intimations, and there are three other rupa: lightness, malleability, softness, and willingness, ready for work. Lahuta, mudita, and kammanyata. About the lahuta, what is the characteristic? Non-sluggishness. Sluggishness. Function is to dispel heaviness to matter, in matter. Manifestation, light transformability. Proximate cause, light matter. Compared to healthy body which feel light. I see. Sometimes who has the healthy body, he can feel the very lightness of the body. The same way we have to understand about the mudita. About the lahuta. Now about mudita. Mudita is a softness. What is the characteristic of mudita? Non-rigidify. Function is to dispel rigidity in matter. Manifestation, opposition to any kind of action. Proximate cause, malleable matter. Compared to well-pressed leather, which is soft and can be easily bent to the made into product. Now you see about how the pressed leather, how we make the soft. After make the soft, we can bend anyway to make the sleepers or whatever we need. This is a example of the mudita. About the kammanyata, characteristic of kammanyata, weediness that is favorable to bodily action. This is the bodily actions. The functions to dispel unwieldiness. Manifestation, weakness. Proximate cause, wieldy matter. Compared to melted gold, which can be turned into any ornament as desire. Now you see the gold, the melted gold, we can make any of the ornament or according to our wish. The same way, kammanyata you have to understand. What the kammanyata? The same way, the characteristic of material phenomena, the lakkana rupa, includes four types of rupa: productions, upachaya; continuity, santati; decay, jarata; and impermanence, anicchata. Now you see, impermanence, anicchata. Difference between productions and continuity, upachaya, santati. What is the difference between upachaya and santati? It's very important. Production and continuity are both terms for a genesis arising of birth, jati of the matter. Okay, but the first rupa of the birth. Productions, the first arising of a material process, the initial launching or setting up of the process. Continuity, the repeated genesis of rupa in the same material process. For the example, the arising of the body, sex and heart groups at conception in production, while the subsequent arising of those same material groups throughout life of continuity. There is another explanation regarding production and continuity. Continuity according to the commentary. From the rebirth linking moment until the arising of the sense faculties, eye, ear, etc., all the arising of rupas are considered as productions. Okay, upachaya. The first rupa of the new birth, called upachaya. After all the sense faculties have first arisen, all subsequent arising of rupas are considered as continuity, santati. Okay, this is a what is the difference between upachaya and santati? About the production of matter, upachaya, characteristic setting up, function to make material instance image for the first time, manifestation as latching or as the completed state. Launching, yeah. Proximate cause, the matter produced. Continuity of matter, but the santati occurrence function is to anchor. Manifestation, non-interruption. Proximate cause, matter to be anchored. Decay, the jarata. What is the lakkana? The maturing or aging of rupa, again of rupa, jati, again of rupa. Function is to lead them on towards their termination. Manifestation, loss of newness without loss of being. Proximate cause, matter that is decaying. Impermanence, anicchata, characteristic of that, the complete breaking up of rupa to make them subside. Destruction and falling away. Matter that is completely breaking up. This is a proximate cause. Now, according to one of the chitta process, how we understand the upachaya or santati, jarata, anicchata in the chart. Because we know in the one process is called the 17 mind movement is called one chitta process. First sub-mind movement, when the arising, the same moment arise the rupa, especially kamma rupa, others also. Then after that, that kalapa living 49 sub-mind movement. After that, 51 sub-mind movement will be they disappear, did. Okay, this is the meaning of upachaya, santati, and jarata, anicchata. The same way, now we can analyze the 28 kind of meta rupa according to the Pali Gatha. This one also the very smooth Gatha to by heart all the rupa. Bhotapasad visaya bhavo hadaya michchapi jivitahara rupehi attharasa vidhang tatha parichedocha vinyatti vikaro lakkananticha anippanna dasa cheti attavisa vidhang bhave. Now, thus the 11 kind of material phenomena are treated as 28 according to their specified properties. How 28? Essentials, bhuta, sensory organs, pasada, object, gochara, sex, bhava, heart, hadaya, life, jivita, and nutriment, ahara. Thus, concrete matter is 18-fold. Limitation, space, akasa. Intimation, vinyatti. Mutability or changeability is vikhara. And characteristic, lakkana. Thus, there are 10 that are not concretely produced. In all, there are 28. Herein, this is the enumeration of matter. This is the explain of the rupa. Now, I think we can go to the first chart. How we analyze and how we categories, the 11 categories. Now go to the 28 type of material, 11 categories, the notes. First one, Mahabhuta. Number 2, Pasada Rupa. Number 3, Gochara Rupa. Number 4, Bhava Rupa. Number 5, Heart Base, Hade Rupa. Number 6, Jayatindriya. Number 7, Ahara Rupa. Number 8, Paricheda Rupa. Number 9, Vinyati Rupa. Number 10, Vikara Rupa. Number 11, Lakkan Rupa. Now, you see, now according to the number, there are 11 categories. Those are 28 type of rupa. We can make the 11 categories according to the this chart, according to the text Abhidhamma Sangha book, either categorize. Okay, now the you should by heart. Those are 11 categories. Those are 11 categories because you should first of all the group and 11 type of group and 28 type rupa. For everything you have to clearly by heart. This is very important to bring our going to the next lesson. I think maybe the today's time okay. You should try to remind again the what are the 28 type of rupa according to Pali. You see about the chart. Patavi dhatu, apo dhatu, tejo dhatu, vayo dhatu, chakku pasad, sota pasad, ghana pasad, juha pasad, kaya pasad, van, sad, gandh, ras, potthab, Puris Bhava Puris Bhava Rupa Itti Bhava Rupa Hadaya Vattu Jevitindriya Kabalinkara Ahara O Oja. Non-concrete Rupa. Akasa Dhatu O Paricheda Rupa. Kaya vinyatti, vachi vinyatti, lahuta, muduta, kammanyata, upachaya, Santati, Jarata, Anichata. Same way, Patavi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayu, that is called four Mahabhuta, great essential. But the five Pasada, Chakku Sota Gahana Jiva Kaya, four Gochara, one Gandha, one Sadda Gandha Rasa, but including Kota Pottab is called the Patavi Tejo, three elements. Same way, Purisa Bhavittiba, two Bhavarupa, heart base, Jivitindra, and Ojahara Rupa. Same way, Akasa Dhatu, Kaya Vinyati, Vachi Vinyati, Lauta Mututa, Kammanyata, Upache Santati, Jarata, Anichata. Okay, those are 28 type of Rupa. You should by heart. Everyone have to memorize. Without by heart, we cannot go to the second lesson. Very important. Yeah. Anyway, if you have anything to ask today.
Okay, somebody asked on the chat, Bante. Good day, Bante. Is touch Potaba included in Gochara Rupa?
Yes, because it's object to be the Kaya Vinyat, Kaya Pasada. Because of that, we include in Gochara Rupa.
Okay. Yes. Okay, another question. Vandami Bante, is the Rupa chart there is +2 Vinyati Rupa? May we know what is it, Bante? What it is, Bante?
Two Vinyati is a Kaya Vinyati and Vachi Vinyati.
Yeah,
bodily intimation and verbal intimation.
Kaya Vinyati, yes.
And Vachi Vinyati.
I highlighted, is that correct, Bante?
Yes. Yes, correct.
All right.
Good afternoon, Bante.
Yes.
Bante, on page 15 of your notes on life faculty, the last
moment. Yes.
Yeah, Bante. So the last sentence says, life faculty exists throughout the entire body with maturing or digestive fire. Does that mean that the fire element is actually dominant in life faculty? Can Bante elaborate?
No. It means the now you see the brother, they have the Pachaka Tejo. The digesting fire is called Pachaka Tejo. Pachaka Tejo is the 9 Rupa, 9 Rupa together, 9 Kalapa. Yeah, the 9 Rupa together working is called digesting fire. Pachaka Tejo. Okay. There is a life faculty is the main. This life faculty is the Jivitindriya. This life faculty is still in the blood. When you eat the food, all the energy of the blood going to the stomach to the digest our food. That's why we call the life faculty is digestive fire. But this is one example because there are four tejo. Jirana tejo, Santapana tejo, Pachaka tejo, Paridhana tejo. Our normal heat of our body, this is tejo. And when you're getting old, this is also one of the tejo. And some get the fever, this is also one of the tejo. And another thing with the digesting fire, this is one of the tejo. But this Jivitindriya always including with the fire, digesting fire. This is the meaning.
So, thank you, Bante.
Brother JJ can type for them, but for type for Tejo also.
Bante, on the screen, Brother JJ is asking, I think it's about the Vinyati Rupa. Bante, is it because the Vikara Rupa has 5 Rupa, including the 2 Vinyati Rupa too?
Yes. Because usually Vikara Rupa, we are 3 calling according to 28. But when we are discerning the Rupa, There are 2 Vinyatyas included in the Vikara. That's why Vikara become 5.
Yes, Brother JJ has typed something for us.
Yeah.
4 types of Tejo, fire. 1, body temperature. 2, fever. 3, digestive fire. 4 is aging, maturing fire. Okay.
Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang nibbanassa paccayo hotu. Mama punya bhagang sabba sattanang bhajemi te sabbe me samang punya bhagang labhantu sadhu 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 sukhi hotu nibbana paccayo hotu sukhi hotu sukhi hotu.